Hello, it's Alan. This is a Lego parts review. This is a set from the Trolls World Tour line, set number 41253, and it's called Lonesome Flats Raft Adventure. It's 159 pieces, and supposedly it's for 4 plus. Let's take a look at this Poppy figure first. So, this one's kind of different than the other ones, basically in the clothing, which is nice. I'm glad it's just not the same clothing at all. A little bit of interesting color detail up there. Obviously, a little accessory thing. It can hang on bars. You can see there's a stud up in the hole, so you can put a bar. Otherwise, a neat little figure. Comes with a little yellow skirt piece here. And you can see that the yellow accessories come in here, which are okay. I don't think they're huge useful. These music parts are kind of unique. I've had those in a lot of my reviews. I think they're in almost every set. And here we have a purple grape type piece. So that's a nice piece. It's not in too many sets, but it can be used as like a little purple type grape thing or something. We also have a dark turquoise like droid leg. I think it came in the Y-Wing Star Wars set. Some brown, which is good for trees and stuff. Nothing too special here. This is an interesting little flower piece. You got a stud with a hole, and you got your 4 stud base. And of course, I drop it. Also, this is kind of neat here. These come in 4 plus sets, but this is kind of an interesting color. I don't know why they're in 4 plus sets. I think a plate would just be fine too, but maybe it makes it easier to build onto, but you also have a lot of small pieces, so I don't quite understand it. You also have this giant raft piece here. Lots of area to put studs, so you can do a lot of different stuff with it, which will be interesting to kind of play around with and see how it builds up with the set. The base is really bland. There's nothing going on and doesn't really look good just because of how it's molded. If they would have filled it out, it would have been quite a bit better, but I thought this was going to be the smaller raft piece. So it's kind of nice to get this giant raft piece, and I've never had it, so I don't know if they've made it for other sets before, but it's interesting. So this is just bag 1. Let's take a look at bag 2 here. See if I can't move my camera accurately. There. This is probably one of the more interesting bags. Let's take a look at the figure parts here. So we got like a centaur cowboy type guy. So he's green, got the troll look onto him. Looks like he's got some facial hair. Nothing too fancy for a print. Comes with 2 tools, and basically same type of trolls figure, just looks so different. But the interesting thing is this centaur type body part, which as you can see has like the standard attachment for a body. Here you got an accessory hole here, and it just plants on some studs there. So that's that weird piece. But then there's the crazy hat, and it is a giant hat. Really big. I guess it's okay for trolls. It's still big for trolls. You can put a bar piece up there, which is kind of unique. Otherwise, it has the 4 stud connection. And that hole is big enough to put like a minifigure head. And you could actually, I got a random minifigure here. You could have it wear it, and it actually like somewhat works. I guess if it was a little deeper. But if you want a minifigure to be having a gigantic hat, maybe you have like a mascot or, something. Maybe you want to make it into a statue or something ridiculous. But it does kind of work for that. But let's take a look more into these parts. So we got some gray kind of common stuff. I haven't seen this too much in dark gray, so that's kind of neat. Brown, like I said, good for trees. Getting this fence in brown is pretty nice to get. You get this, which is, I think, new for this color, the lightning bolt in orange, which is pretty cool. I think there's something in the movie about that. I have not seen the movie. You get this weird jail printed part. Looks kind of interesting. Not sure how it correlates, but there's a character on it, and it is printed. Otherwise, it's just a panel. But probably some of the cooler parts, obviously, because of the colors. You get these arches in this lavender color. You get 3 of them. Kind of neat. But you get this tree part in lavender, which I think is only the 3rd color they've made this in so far. Very weird, very unique. But I think it's a nice part because it allows you to build some trees pretty easy and stuff like that. So I'm happy to get those. That's pretty cool. There's only 2 in there, which is kind of unfortunate, but as you can see, there are some parts to build it out. You also get some of this dark turquoise stuff and a spike one, which is kind of interesting. Just a 2x2 cylinder with spikes on the outside. And the only thing left is bag 3, which I have to move my phone to see. So here you can see bag 3 with a completely different angle. Comes with this guy as a figure. I don't know if I like him. He's got a little different clothing. Kind of goldish on here. Just not a big fan. We get some more brown type pieces. These in a brown color that I don't think I've seen, this dark tan little horn. You get 2 records. You get more of the dark turquoise type parts, which is kind of nice to get. You also get a yellow one of these little spike things, which is kind of neat. You get some brackets and some bracket bricks. You also get this crazy print. I don't know exactly what that is, but that is a crazy print. And it's on an inverted 2x2 kind of tile that's rounded. So it's kind of interesting, actually. Get some translucent colors and this color, which I have a good use for. I'll tell you here. So this is the microphone, couldn't think of the word. And this is actually a bar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that as like a plant type thing, because it looks round and it can fit into a bar, and it's good for clipping plants together. So that's what I'm going to end up using those for. I actually ordered a bunch of them if you saw my parts haul. And here we have just some skeleton legs. You got 3 of them. There's also this, and I don't think I showed this yet. So this is an interesting like quilted part. It's in plastic. The only thing that kind of stinks is that it's not printed on this side. So, but it's kind of an interesting thing to get, the little plastic. You can add detail. Maybe you want to use it for a mock or something. I don't know. Usually I don't see people use them too much, but that's pretty much all I got for this set. I think I didn't initially want to buy it because it was pretty expensive, but seeing the big raft part that you get here, you know, this one, I think it makes it a little bit better, and having the parts out here makes it look a little bit better too. I did get a discount, and I think the troll sets are discounted right now most everywhere. But that's pretty much all I got to say. I think it's pretty good now seeing it open. You've got some unique colors and unique parts, which is pretty cool. The some of the trolls figure ridiculous. That centaur guy with the hat's kind of crazy. But that's all I really got to say. If you've watched this far, you are amazing. Hope you enjoyed seeing the parts of this set, and maybe it gives you some creativity or something like that. But that's all, and I'll talk to you later in my next video. Thanks for watching.